Good evening, traders, and welcome to Trading Waves Weekly Outlook, where we'll be looking at the instrument. How are they expected to perform in the coming week? All right, guys, welcome once again. We do apologize for the late release of this session here. All right, so guys, let's get started. If you do wish to contact us, you can go to our YouTube page there, especially the videos that we release over the weekends. You will see that we've got our contact details there. That will be myself and Victor as well. So if you go there, you will see our numbers. You should get myself or Victor on WhatsApp. You can also join us as well on our Telegram channel where we post some content regarding the company and also some free charts as well. So you can also follow us as well on Twitter and also on Facebook just to see more of our work. Right, so just take note if you do want to jump into trading waves or to join us, we will be having some 30% off special there, so you can look to grab that one there, especially if you are interested in a full course or in the an extended full course plan. So you will get that percentage off. Right, so let's get started without wasting any time again. I believe that the dollar it is in a correction in a three-wave moves, and soon we do expect that it will resume lower. Right, so if you've been following us here, you will remember very well that we have been talking about this here, that it has dropped and then it has give us this flat corrective structure here. And while this is still trading below this swing high here, we are expecting that this would eventually drop to the down side. Obviously, it does not just drop like that. We are still expecting that this should give us at least a three-wave move structure here. It has dropped in this five-wave move to a downside. This to have been a 1, 2, or 3 here, or a 4 wave 5 here. Now we are looking at this to be in this corrective structure, this to be our ABC. I still expect this to at least extend a little bit higher here, at least to 104.50 area or 104 before we can see this one dropping to the down side. Obviously, we're going to be prepared if this does not play as out as expected. Yeah, so there is always an alternative view here that if we can maybe get the price to come around this area, yeah, depending how we drop here, if we were to draw in a three-wave move structure, then this is the only time maybe we might start to look for this move to the upside here. Obviously, it can just get around this area here, drop in a three-wave move, and still be in a three-wave move structure maybe like this here, but never come to take this swing low here, this swing higher rather here, and then we have a double correction. That is still very possible that it might happen. But as soon as the price, let's say for example, this drop in a three-wave move here, and then it makes a move here, and then come and take this high. If you take this high here, then that means this is all the correction we needed on the dollar. It's time for a move to the upside. Yeah, because as much as I'm looking at this here to be an impulsively move, which is a part of this expanding flat corrective structure here, this could just be a standalone impulsively move, only to find out. Remember this, an impulsively move always starts something or it always ends as something. So this could just be starting a move to the upside, only to find out that this is your wave one. Now, this year, I can manipulate the market this year, this to be in a correction. Yeah, if I'm looking at this year to be a correction, I can easily look at it this way, that this is a three-wave move, drop to the downside here, a small connector here, and then this to have dropped in a three-wave move. And I can just simply look at this here to be a W, wave X, this to be a wave Y, and then the market is ready for this move to the upside, depending what I am looking at. But for now, we have been following this one for quite some time, that we are looking at this here, that it should drop at least somewhere around your $94. That's where we are expecting to see a big one to the up side. But like I've said again, be careful. If the dollar pushes more higher here and come and take this swing higher, then there's no need to fall in love with this bearish view here. We are going to look for pullback somewhere here. Then we can immediately start to look for the buying opportunity to the upside. But as for the next trigger here, I think this is very good looking here. I would love to see it extending to the upside. I must say, maybe a little bit of a move here, one more leg up here, just to get this one at the equal legs, so A, B, C. Then we look for this drop to the down side here. Now, another thing, somebody might ask, can this truncate? Yeah, you can have this to have just ended this move here and then it just drop lower here. The only way to see that this is ready for a drop is for the price to drop lower and at least come somewhere around these swing lows. Once the price drop from here, come to the swing lows here, then we immediately look at this to have been a truncated C wave, and then we start to look for this bearish move to the downside on a DXY. That's going to be our approach. And obviously, the Euro US dollar, it is inversely correlated to the DXY. We have been looking at this one, that it should still make a move to the upside here. This to have been a move here, make a move to the upside here, and we believe that this is in a three-wave move corrective structure. We believe that we are correcting the cycle from this low to this swing high here. So we're gonna be expecting the very same thing that we are seeing on a DXY, that this should still drop lower here, at least come to the equal legs. Then from there, that's what we're gonna be looking for, the move to the upside again, just like the DXY. Yeah, you might find out that this is just a bit an impulsively move. I don't have to spend much time here, but exactly what I've said on the DXY, you could find out that this is just a three-wave move structure here, and then this is already done with the move to the upside, and it's time for this drop to the downside on the Euro US dollar. But unfortunately, until we get to around this low here, that's when we can say the move to the upside is done here. It's time for the bearish move to the downside. For now, we are simply looking at this one here to be in this correction in a three-wave move structure here. Then from there, we're going to be looking for that bullish move to the upside. Right, so pound US dollar, we are looking at this one as well to have made a nice move to the upside from here. I've been saying this for a couple of times, that the pound US dollar is going to give us a big move to the upside. When we were somewhere around this area here, we're looking at this, that this was going to bounce somewhere here. We're looking for this big move here. Eventually, it has taken place. But if you look at this here, it looks like it's going. It has folded unfolded five-wave move to the upside from these lows here. So what we could be having here is this to have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move to the upside here. Then this could just be in a three-wave move structure here. I still want to see this one a little bit of a drop lower here, and then obviously this here, the least that I could expect here is maybe this make a three-wave move bounce to the upside. That's only if we are getting a correction, but I'm expecting that this is going to drop in a three-wave move here. It still needs to drop one more leg lower here, and I'm going to be expecting this move to the upside. You would see that your Audi US dollar, New Zealand US dollar Chief, and also US dollar JPY, they've made these structures a year. Now, if the yen US dollar JPY is going to drop, US dollar Chief drop because it has been into a very interesting era here, and Audi US dollar, New Zealand US dollar do this year, then we do not expect that this is going to give us a double correction. Yeah, very likely it is going to do as expected, and it gives one more leg lower here, and then this move to the upside. Yeah, if it makes a move to the upside, it needs to at least take this high. Then from there, we can look for pullbacks and look for that buy. But structurally, this is very interesting around this area here, especially if we get that one more leg. Look at this three-wave move lower here, three-wave move to the upside here. This has dropped impulsively here, correction here. It is so deep that it's very likely that it's not going to be a 335, instead it's going to be a 333 structure here, or a WXY. Then we're going to be looking for that move to the upside on the pound US dollar. Very interesting structure that I'm seeing there. US dollar Chief, heads I've said that we have been looking at this in our group, that this is just a three-wave move structure here. It has been in a very nice area here. We are expecting that this is going to drop. Now remember this, the DXY, it is positively correlated to the US dollar Chief, or the US dollar based pairs. So if the majority of the US dollar pairs are showing that they are going to drop immediately from where they are, then be mindful that DXY might be done from where it is. Now the DXY, what it has done, it has done something like this here. Obviously, we are looking at it that it's gonna make a three-wave move, and then it makes a move to the upside. I've seen this. Market gives you like a three-wave move structure, and then eventually just drop. I'll show you this as well on a US dollar CAD. But this is very good looking, that we could be having a sharp correction, and this is done here, and it's time to resume more to the down side. I've showed you several times how we've been able to trade this from here. We had a blue box again here with a blue box again. I think somewhere here we had another blue box that was spotted with one of our members. They are very active. I'm very liking what I'm seeing in our group members here. Hence, I did mention to you guys that we will be launching our Discord. We have done so sometime last year. We've done so. We've launched our Discord, and it's very interesting to see what our members are doing there. And interaction is very good there. They are even able to pick up these trade setup themselves. There was a very nice trade setup that was picked by one of our member here. He has been with us for quite some time. Obviously, he understands how we wave here. I think it was somewhere here when he got, yeah, it was exactly somewhere here. He got another entry here on a US dollar chief after we got this one here. He also posted this right before it took place. I think somewhere here again, you were the trade setup here, and then this here has already made over 1,000 pips move to the downside. If you look at the trade setup that we had from here to all the way, I think it was about 700 pips. We had another trade here, there was another trade here, and another trade here. So that amounts to almost 1,500 pips or even more. But we are expecting that this is gonna drop. Like I've said, it very interesting what I'm seeing here in the group with our members. I'm loving it each and every day just to wake up and serve the guys that wants to see success themselves, unlike just serving people that are just only relying on what you have to say. Right, so our US dollar, like I've said it, this has dropped nicely here. You'll see that what we've had here, I did mention this last week. You can refer to the video that we need to be careful. As much as I wanted this move to the upside here, I did mention a couple of times that we could have having these US dollar pairs to be ending or to have ended the 5-wave move up here, and we are just retracing here, or we are correcting this cycle from this low to the swing high here. Now, very likely that this might start to make a move to the upside, or one more leg lower will be nice before we can see that move to the upside on the Audi US dollar. But that's going forward this week here. We are looking at obviously New Zealand US dollar. It is a sister pair to Audi US dollar. Yeah, 5-wave move to the upside, as mentioned last week, that we gotta be careful of this here. Now we are looking at this to be one of those sharp corrective structures, and we will be looking at this one more leg lower here, very likely, before we can see a move to the upside on the New Zealand US dollar. Obviously, you do not have to just go and buy these here. You can use a lot of or some indicators here. If you've got some, we are using a very special indicator that tells when these moves are ready here. But just a simple thing, go there, pull your Fibonacci retracement level. Look at this. You will see that this is getting to a very interesting Fibonacci retracement level here. And then if you know a bit of about Elliott wave and the Fibonacci's, you will see that you might get a trade setup somewhere around this area here. US dollar CAD, like I've said it, US dollar CAD, it is showing some sign that it is already done a year. It went as far as nicely at the equal legs of this 3-wave move structure here. Now this looks like it is dropping. Hence I've said that your DXY, you gotta be careful. It might just drop from where it is and then follow the suit here. And if that's the case, that might mean that DXY might not reach the equal legs, and we might be having that to drop lower here. But as for US dollar CAD, very good looking that this is dropping to the downside here. So we should be seeing more bearish moves. So all what we want to see here, extension more lower to the downside, 3-wave pull back here against this swing high here. If you do get that, then you're going to be expecting that this is going to drop lower here before we can even talk about that bullish move to the up side. Very interesting what I'm seeing there on US dollar CAD. As for the yen pairs, pound yen, before I can talk about US dollar JPY, pound yen has taken this high, yeah. So you gotta be careful with the yen pairs. There is some, I saw the economic calendar before I could do this video here, that we've got some the Bank of Japan, obviously, that is going to be having some fundamental, some data that's releasing. So you got to be careful with those ones there. But as for US dollar JPY, I must say, I want to see this to drop lower here. It has made what looks like a nice 3-wave move structure here. I want to see this drop to the downside. Yeah, obviously, not keen to pick the top here. I want to see a confirmation by this here. If it gives us more bearish moves here, then obviously we look for 3-wave pullbacks against this swing high here. Then we can start to look for a short move. Remember what I said, the DXY, if it drops lower here, US dollar JPY, it is paired with the dollar as a base pair, so it might mean it might be supported for that bearish move to the downside. But like I've said it again, keep it in mind that your pound yen has tagged this swing high here, so you gotta be careful that some of these yen pairs, they might make a move to the up side. So you just need to see more clear structures. Even some of the yen pair that was expecting they were going to drop, no longer interested in those drops. Pound yen, this is the high I'm referring to here. It has tagged that high. It's very likely that this is going to extend more to the upside here before it can drop. It will still drop, but be careful here now. This could just do this. If we do a three-way move structure here, we're looking for one more leg up, but obviously that one more leg up might be a bigger or maybe like 300, 400 pips move to the upside before we can see a drop to the downside. Simply because we've checked this high here, we're simply looking for this. If it pulled back in a three-way move, expect one more leg before it can drop to the downside on your pound yen. Right, so Euro JPY very good looking as well here for it to drop, but again, I'm very well aware that as much as I'm expecting that this is going to drop, may move to the downside here. I'm looking at this here that it will eventually drop, but we gotta be careful. Yes, I wanna see this drop here, but might not be a surprise if it does this here. Make a three-wave move. Three-wave move lower here. It has made a move to the upside here. It might still drop in a three-wave move here, and then maybe it gives you another three-wave move, maybe even doing like more of like an ending diagonal, but eventually we will be looking for a selling opportunity. But for now, we're going to be monitoring the rest of the other yen pairs. What are they giving us? So you're going to be cautious with that one. Chief yen, expecting this one to make a move to the upside before it can drop, simply because your US dollar chief is expected to drop. This being a chief based pair, if US dollar chief drop to the downside, obviously chief yen tends to make a move to the upside. That is just based on the correlation. So we might be seeing this one extending more to the upside before we can expect that this is going to drop to the downside here. So these yen pairs, they are looking for a move higher here. CAD yen, the very same thing here. We wanted to see this drop, but it never dropped the way we wanted to. It only gave us a little bit of a move, not a little bit per se, because this was over 500 pips, almost about a 700 pips move drop to the downside here, but it has already made a move high here. So it's so close to this high, so it might as well just continue with the move to the upside here before it can drop. Just be mindful that these yen pairs, they could just go and take the all-time high, swing fail those there, and then obviously we start to get this one to drop. So be careful. It's even more risky to buy these from here, but obviously if they pull back, the only time we look for a buy, if we get this through a move structure here, then we can look for this one more leg up, or at least chase the highs here, and from there we always or have to accompany this with the stop loss, because eventually I expect that these yen pairs, they are going to give us a drop to the down side. New Zealand yen, no longer liking the idea for this one to drop lower here. I'm only expecting that this is going to continue high here. Remember the past few weeks, I was looking at this one to have made it through a move structure here, three-way move to the upside. I was expecting that this was going to trade lower here in a three-way move structure, maybe give us an even an expanding flat, come and take these swing lows here before a move to the upside. But they have been hovering around these high here, so it's very likely that this might even be something like this: one, your two, your three, your four here, your wave five here, then this being a leading diagonal, something like this here, and then this becomes a wave one here, this being your wave two here, and then makes a move to the upside. That's what I'm going to be expecting now, that this is going to make a move to the upside, especially against this swing low here. I'm entertaining a move to the upside, no longer liking the idea for this one to drop lower here before we see a move to the up side. Now, obviously, will be the same as well with an Audi yen. It is a sister pair, so we are looking at this to have given us a nice running flat corrective structure here, just like your New Zealand yen. Not one of those nice structures, but I'm looking at this to have been a running flat, made a move to the upside here, so very likely that this is going to continue with this move to the upside. Yeah, obviously, just like your Audi, your New Zealand yen, I still wanted this when it was dropping here. I wanted to pull back and then one more leg lower, but looks like we are not getting that one more leg lower here. So this could just be a 335 ABC running flat corrective structure, and then we see that continuation higher. The Euro pairs, Euro Audi, if you've been paying attention to this one, I've been saying it, that we are expecting it to drop. I know this might have done what looks like a three-wave move structure here. Two things happen here. As long as we are trading below this will be expected to continue the move to the downside. But if you take this here, we're never going to fall in love with this move. We are going to immediately buy this here. But it looks like we are in a very interesting area. We are reacting, so we are going to be expecting this drop to the downside, especially that Audi US dollar has given us a three-way move. We are expecting this week that your Audi US dollar is going to make that move to the upside. Obviously, if it does that, then what does it happen to the AUD code pairs, they will be expected that they will drop. That is just correlation. Take note of that. That is just based on the correlation here. But more this one, the more it drop this one here, maybe you see this on a lower time frame, then that's when you can look for a short move to the downside. But we had a very nice reaction here around this area here. Just so you know, we had this one as a blue box trade setup here. We're looking at this here to have made a nice through move. It went exactly to the blue box. Now has traded a couple of pips to the downside here. We are still expecting, excuse me, we are still expecting that this is going to continue with the bearish move to the downside. Take off this here bearish sequence will be confirmed for a move lower here. Your Euro New Zealand, obviously, it is a sister pair to Euro out here, as much as it has made what looks like a three-wave move structure here, because somebody could come and say, oh, this is a three-wave move here. We expect this move to the upside here. Yeah, it can happen, but it can only be confirmed once you get this one to take this higher. Now that we are still hovering around here, we could be having this one to be giving us a nest. One, two, and then this might just continue with a bearish move to the downside. So far, what I'd love to see here is for the bearish move to the downside should be supported by what we are expecting on your New Zealand US dollar. New Zealand US dollar almost around the area where we want to see it, or interesting area. We are expecting just a little bit of a lower here and a reaction to the upside. So that's what could support this idea that this should drop to the downside here. Again, against this swing high here, we're going to be expecting a drop. For whatever reason, make this move to the upside here. That will mean this was a three-wave move, and then we start to look for a pullback. Then we're going to look for that buying opportunity to the upper side. EuroCAD, I've shared this one here. I'm gonna say this one again, guys. This could all be what you are looking in 2024 to make the money. First of all, that's if you are a long-term holder. If you are not intraday person here, you are able to hold on for like maybe like 700 pips move, 1,000 pips move, 2,000, 3,000 pips move. If you are that person, then look no further than looking at EuroCAD. Yeah, I'm gonna show you this. I wanna show you this. Look at this move here. We've got about 2,250 pips move to the upside on a EuroCAD. If this does the what exactly what I'm gonna share now, if this drop three, 4, 5, this year to have been our wave A here, three-wave move in the middle here, our connector here being an expanding flat, and then this being our wave B here, and then this to be a one, your two here, your three here, your four, your five. Get this here coming down to some divergence formation, then expect the 2,250 move to the upside. Yeah, obviously it will give you an idea. Look at the time it took for this from this low to this high here, and expect or give yourself almost the very same time here. Now, if this drop lower here, we're gonna be looking for a very big one to the upper side. So that would be the trade of the year of 2024. So for now, we are still expecting this is going to drop. Obviously, I've given an idea that you can still look for the sales here. You can still look for this one to drop for the sales here until we get this 5-wave move, or at least let it come here from just where it is, just to come to that swing low here. Look at this from where the price is right now here. If this was to trade all the way to the downside, yeah, we are here with the price. If this was to come here, we're still talking about 473 pips a move. So look no further than looking for selling opportunities until this gets here. Once it gets here, flip it back to back, lower time frame, 4 hour, 1 hour. Just look for those entries, or expect the 5-wave move first, because this looks like it is going to give us the clear 5-wave move, because this is a one, this is a two. Yeah, now it's very likely it's going to give you a 3 and a 4 and a 5. Once it get that to 5-wave moves here, flip it back to back, look at the confirmation, then eventually you're going to be expecting to see that very big move to the upside on your cat. Spending so much time there, like I've said it again, that's simply because I'm looking at it to be one of the biggest trade. Euro Chief, I've been showing this one even on a trade setup, that we've had a trade setup somewhere around this area here. We're expecting this one to drop lower here. Now I'm gonna tell you this: Euro Chief has got two things to happen here. This should not come to this high here. If it come to this high, impulsively here, look for pullbacks before it can even come to this high. Then we're gonna buy this here. But right now, I'm expecting and I'm entertaining that this is going to eventually drop. I'm looking at this one to be a one, your two, one, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and then we get this one to pull back in a three-wave move, 4 here, a 5 of a C here, then that's what I'm expecting, a big move to the up side. But I'm very well aware that this could have ended this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A here, B here, and then this could have just been a wave C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 A here. And I'm saying that if it gets to as far as somewhere around this area here, then we're gonna look for pullbacks from here, and then we look for that. But for now, shorts should be entertained on a euro chief. Euro pound, nice trade setup that we had on this one here. I've showed you last week how we have been able to trade this one here for almost about 139, 140 pips move. Took so long to play out, but we're very well aware that this can be one of those slow one here, but it's paying. So you know, majority of these pairs they pay about $1 per pip. $10 per pip. That's if you are using one lot size. You'll correct me if I'm wrong there. But as for this one here, normally pays about $15 per pip. Move yeah, so it's a well paying instrument, but obviously it can be very dangerous as well if it's against you. Yeah, but enough about that one. We've got a very nice move to the downside here, and the expectation is still for this one to drop all the way to the downside. Yeah, so look no further than pullbacks if this does this. Yeah, because if you look at this, looks like it has made a 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3 here, made a wave, nice wave 4 here, and then a 5 here. Now you gotta be careful. This might be tough for a pullback. It might do this, something like this here might be in play before it can continue. So be careful. Yes, we wanna see this short here, but this could give an idea that it has made a 5-wave move. Pullback time might be there before we can see a continuation. So be careful with that one. But I still want to see more bearish move to the downside on your euro pound, pound Audi. Still looking at this one. I've shared this one before that I'm expecting that your pound Audi it is going to drop to the downside. We were still here. I was expecting that this was going to drop all the way, come here and make a move to the upside. Yeah, but it never reached the area where I wanted. Yeah. Now, this means there is something that could still drive this one to drop. This drop in a 5-wave move. One, two, three, four, five. 5-wave move to the downside here. This being our wave A. This could be your expanding flat 335. Look at what your DXY did. So it could be the very same thing that we still get this one here to drop lower here. This being your wave B, and then we get a wave C like this. Guess what? Your pound, if you've been paying attention, we've got a structure like this on your Audi US dollar. We're expecting this move higher here. We are somewhere here on the pound Audi. We've made this. We still want to see this here on your Audi US dollar and then this drop. Now, would it be supported to say that as we're expecting this move to the upside on your Audi US dollar, then your pound Audi can still give us a drop lower here in a 5-wave move? When your Audi US dollar it is done with this structure here, expecting this big drop, that's when we might be seeing this big pump on your pound Audi. Again, that is just based on a correlation. But it's looking very good that it is going to drop from here. I expect to see this one drop. The more it extends lower here, I'm going to be looking for this. Throw a pullback, we see that, then we're going to trade this one here until we say Audi US dollar, it is done with this structure here. It's ready for a drop. That's when we can start to look for that big move to the upside on your pound Audi. Not ruling out the possibility that this could just drop in a 3-wave move. If it does this here, start to react higher, then we look for this here, because this could be done being your A, B, and C here. Wave C not getting at the equal legs, and then and this is so common that you can have your wave C truncating, and then we just get this one here to make a move to the upside like that. But for now, I still favor that you're gonna see the bearish move to the downside. Obviously, sister pair pound New Zealand again here, the very same one that I've shared. You can look at those videos that I shared, that they are there on our YouTube page. They are there. Look out for them. It's just that when I talk, I'll say to you, this is expected in A, B, C here. Now, an A, and then a B here, and then a C. As much as I might show you when the price is here, but there's a lot this path can take here. A 3-wave move structure can be a zigzag. It can be a double correction, a zigzag here, another connector, have another zigzag, before it can make an actual move. It can be a zigzag like this here, pull back here, have a flat like this here. It can still be something like this before it can make the actual move. So there's a lot that take place in your wave B. So I'm referring to this. We were here and I said pound New Zealand might do this here and then it drop all the way to the downside. If it does this, we're going to be looking for a big one here. But this does not look, or it did not get to where I wanted it to. Now, this here must still be this. Just like what we have on your pound or the beer running flat here, or might even come here. Check this high here, run and then it becomes an expanding flat and still drop lower here before the actual move to the upper side. So that's what it could take a year. But again, we're not ruling out this possibility that this is done here. If this is done here, we're gonna see this move to the upside, three-way pullback here. Then from there, we can start to look for that possibility of a move to the upside. Even though it should be favored, they provided that your New Zealand US dollar make that move to the upside, then this should be favored for the bearish air move. That's what I do. Every time when I look at the TA technical analysis, I also look at the correlation as well because it does make sense, I must say, just in case if you are not using that one. And then pound chief, we've spoken about this one several times. We've had a very nice move to the upside here from these lows here. I've been preaching this one here. It's about 389 pips or almost about 390 pips move to the upside already here. I've been preaching about this one in a group that this is going to make a move to the upside here. We had a trade set up here, made a nice move to the upside here, and then it pulled back here. My expectation was that this was going to make a three-way move starter here, make a move to the upside, but it dropped again. But where did it drop to? Still in this blue box that we had somewhere around this area here. So we still maintain the view that this was going to make a move to the upside. Obviously, the trade setup that we had here played out. The one that we had here, it failed because it had to trigger a stop loss somewhere around this area here. But again, we were able to buy this because we understand that these people, they just went down there to swing fairly slow. Immediately they came back here, we started to look for this move to the upside. I still expect that this is going to make a move to the upside here. So pullbacks, that if it does, in three-way move now against this swing low, we are expecting that this is going to make a move to the upside eventually. But I would love to see this make a move to the upside, come and take out this swing highs here. Guess what? There is a very nice pattern here that is playing out. Then that's when I can expect a bigger correction before we can see a move to the upside. But other than that, pound chip should still continue to move to the upside. As for pound cat, I've been talking about this one several times, that this three-wave move structure, I must say, this does not have the right low. Made an impulsive move, this does not have the right low. I'm not denying the fact that this could be done with this three-way move structure here, and then this continues here. Yeah, it can be done, but it's just that it does not have the right low. Hence, I'm saying that there's still a possibility that this might still come down and drop all the way to the downside here, maybe be a 335 phase structure here, come back and take this swing low, and then we have this as a flat corrective structure like this here before the move to the upper side. So that's what I'm favoring. That's to play out in a pound cat. However, if the price was to come to around these highs here, make a move to the upside like this here, take this here, then that means this is all that we needed here. Then we can start to look for pullbacks and then we look for that buying opportunity to the upside on pound air check. Right, so let's have a look at the commodities here, or alternatively, let me look at these two cross pairs that are very interesting. Pay attention to these cross pairs here. If you are into those, look out for this one here against this swing low here. Our cat might be ready for a big move or be gearing up for a big move to the upside. So this could have just been a 5-wave move up here, and then this is just pulling back in a 3-wave move. So this being a 5-wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, we could be having this as a flat correction here, like this is an expanding flat. I'm gonna be expecting that this is gonna make a move to the upside, especially once we start to see your Audi US dollar. Since this is an Audi base pair, I would be expecting that this might make a move to the upside here. Obviously, your New Zealand CAD might be the same as well because it is a sister pair to it here. Against this swing low here, we are looking at this one that it should eventually make a move to the upside. I've said this one before that look no further than this. Impulsively move to the upside. This looks done. Okay, this looks done here. Whatever is happening here, I'm expecting it to hold above this swing high and low, rather here, above this swing low here, and eventually expecting to see that move to the upside on your NIKKEI. The other cross pairs as well, they are good looking for a move to the upside, so you know, but I'm gonna jump straight into the commodity pairs here. Let's have a look at gold. Gold here, the main idea for gold is for this one here that it should eventually make a move to the upside. Two things that I'm looking at here. I must say, we had a trade setup on gold here that did not play out. We were looking at this to have done with the move to the downside. We are looking for the three-way move here and expecting this move to the upside. Yeah, it was invalidated, obviously, here, but I'm still expecting that this is going to drop. I'm just looking at this way here. Move to the downside here. This being our connector here, and then this to drop. I still want to see this one here to drop at least for one more leg lower here against this swing low here. This is the only time I would want to see this bearish move to the downside. Now, somebody might ask, can it drop all the way to the downside? Yeah, it can. It's just a matter of updating the wave account. I'm very prepared of that gold might still drop more lower here, only to find out that we are having this to be a three-wave move structure here, drop all the way here, but again, wouldn't want to see this here, maybe drop somewhere here, then maybe that's when I can expect to see a move to the upper side. Obviously, we do have some other possibilities what can cause gold to drop structurally, but for now, I'm just favoring that this is going to eventually make a move to the upside here, one more leg lower before we can see a move to the upside there. Silver, on the other hand, obviously, it is positive correlated to gold here, so we are looking at this one for now that it should not break this point here. I don't want to see this swing low being taken out here, and I'm expecting that this is going to make a move to the upside. If it take this swing low here, that might mean silver might still give us more drop here, or we might even look to trade it at the equal legs of this, maybe one more leg up here and maybe one more leg down all the way down here before I move to the upside. Alternatively, the time that was spent here when we saw this three-wave move, this could just be a three-wave move, and then we still get this one here to give us maybe such like this 1 2 3 reactor in a three-wave move. 1 2 3, and then the whole thing being your W here, your wave X here, this to be a wave Y, and then that move to the upside. Obviously, if it plays out the structure, then be prepared that gold as well might deepen back to around the 1800 before it move to the upside. Platinum looks like it is bearish here. Somebody sent a comment in one of the we've got two channels of YouTube. So in one of the channel, he said to me, he has taken a closer look. Platinum might still drop to somewhere around your $600 a year. Uh, didn't just take it lightly, that comment. I went back and then I look at my this level here. That after, remember, we were looking at this to be our one. We're looking at this to be a sharp two here, but should not get to this swing low here. After it got to this swing low here, then immediately that triggered to me that that guy, he was looking for a move to the downside here. That move to the downside might be triggered now that we have taken out this swing low here. We might be having this one. We have done this here, 5-wave move to the downside here, and this is a 3-wave move back. This might do something like this: 3, 5, complete the 5-way move. After this being your A, your here, and this to be your wave C. Obviously, an equal legs of that, and then maybe that move to the upside. Not giving you exactly the figure where I expect it to go, but what I'm saying that this might get to the equal legs of this here, here, this being a 3 3 5 structure here, and then get this move to the up side. So very likely platinum, more bearish move to the downside here. Now, obviously, to trade it, if it does pull back in a 3-wave move structure here against this swing high, shots might be an idea to look for on your platinum. Brent crude oil, still looking at this one to drop here. I've said this on several times that we could be having this one to be a leading diagonal here, something like this: 1 2 3 4 5 here, this being your wave A or your one here. And then if that's the case, then we might see this 3-wave move. This might still drop lower here before we move to the upside, or alternatively, it might just make a move to the upside here, but eventually I would expect that this is going to drop against that swing high there on Brent crude oil. Maybe if you are really interested to see why do I say it might still drop, it was simple because of this: made a move to the upside here, made a drop here in this 3-wave move, and then nothing had dropped here. I was expecting that this was going to drop from here, so this might have just made a 3-wave move to the upside here, this being a 3-wave move. So this might still be supported that it drop here, make this here drop one more leg lower here, making a move that is related to this one here before we can see a move that is related to this one here. So that's why I still expect this structure here before I move to the upside on Brent crude oil. But for more content, you can just consider to take advantage of that 30% or just send us a message or inquire there about that 30% if you are interested on. Natural gas, very good looking for a move to the upside here. It has dropped what it looks like a three-way move structure here. So we're going to be expecting to see that move to the upside. Hard to talk about that one, but it's very good looking for a move to the upside there on natural gas. As for the indices, before we can get to the cryptocurrencies, indices week in, week out, I always come in here and I tell you that indices will eventually get to the all-time high. As I've said it last week, that most of the people, they were shorting the indices simply because of this drop here. That other week, they were looking for this one to drop. Like I've said it before, guys, this was just part of this year. Three-way may move to a downside. This being an expanding fair corrective structure here, there was even a very nice setup here that was discussed with our members, and we're still expecting that this is going to continue with the bullish move to the upside. None of the indices that I'm seeing them reacting to the downside, except for now that UK 100 has reacted to the downside. But as for this year, this should eventually get to the all-time high. So we're simply looking for those three move back. 3711 swings here lower, and then we're going to be looking for a move to the upside. Dow down, nice three-wave move structure that we've seen here over the week. It has made this structure here 1 2 3. Spoke about this last week. You can refer to that video there. We are simply looking for that one, that it should continue with the move to the upside. Very same thing with your S&P 500. Nothing except three-way pullback that we're seeing here. We saw this one being an expanding flat here, made a move here, three-wave move, drop lower here, simply move to the upside. That's all what we are looking for on your S&P 500. Especially if the dollar was to drop, then this will even be more bullish to the upside. DAX made a three-wave move lower here. Now made another move to the upside here. This could have just made a move high from here, but look what it made. It came back, took the swing low here, so it has a possibility that this can still drop lower here before I move to the upside. What will that be? Three-wave move to the downside. W, this could be a sharp connector here, and then we have this one to drop one more leg lower here, and then we have this WXY. Then from there you can take advantage if that plays out like that, and then you're going to be expecting to see more bullish move to the upside. UK 100, it has dropped lower here. I did not want to see this drop impulsive like this here. It can just be one of those sharp move and then make this move, just that it's not clear now to trade it here. So I'm looking at it to make a move to the upside, obviously against this swing low here, but the structure here, it is not bit clear. So what you might want to consider here, wait for a confirmation, move to the upside, take off this here, pull back in a three-wave move. Maybe that's when you can start to look for that buying opportunity to the upside there on UK 100. NIKKEI, move to the upside here. I think I've showed you this one, how we have been able to have this trade setup. Let me show you again. If you are trading NIKKEI here, this is the last trade setup that we had here. We were looking at this one, that it should bounce here after it made this three-way move. I think I showed you this one again here, made that three-way move here, and all of a sudden it has bounced to the upside here. That's the move that we were expecting there on your NIKKEI. Again here we are simply looking for this one to still continue the move to the upside. Nothing much has changed here. Your NIFTY, still looking at this one, that it should continue the move to the upside. Again, I've showed you how we've been able to trade the NIFTY after it made this nice three-way move into the blue box. It has rallied a very big move to the upside here. We're still looking for this one, that it should still continue the move to the upside. The least that we could see here is maybe for this one to have dropped, maybe pull back in a three-way move, one more leg low. If it does this, invitation, look for that buying opportunity to the upside there on your NIFTY. Now let's have a look at the cryptocurrencies here. Your Bitcoin, very interesting what is happening here, especially on this higher time frame. For our time frame, very good looking that this is going to drop here. Very nice start that I've updated for our members here, but I'm simply looking at this from these lows, but a 5-wave move to the upside here. Now we are looking at this here, made a 5-wave move from here. Now this might be just something like this. It might pull back like this here, drop one more leg lower here. If it does this, invitation that you can still look for a buying opportunity to the upside on your Bitcoin. Alternatively, this might drop from here, but eventually I'm expecting to see that move to the upper side. Ethereum, very good looking again here. We are looking at this one to be very likely to give us a three-wave move structure here. Get around this area here. We are looking for that move to the upside on the cryptocurrencies. They are very good looking. Majority of them. I will even show you some more that are very interesting there. Litecoin, we are looking at this here to be done here. We are expecting that this should make a move to the upside from where it is here, just like your Ripple as well. We had a very nice trade setup as well here on a Ripley. We are looking at this one to make a move to the upside from where it is here after this three-wave move. We had a trade setup here, triggered the trade here for a move to the upside here. Now let me show you some of the cryptocurrencies that I never saw, but they are very good looking here for a moves to the upside here. Look at ICP. ICP very good looking for a move to the upside. If it does this here, come and take advantage on this one here. Made a nice drop, pull back, move to the downside, gets around this area here, then we can look for a move to the upside on your ICP. Let me see which one again here that I wanted to show you guys. I think it's Link USDT. I've spoken about this one here. If you've been following the channel, you will remember that when we were somewhere here, I made a video that we are expecting a massive value to the upside here. Hit that area, made a big move to the upside here. Now, this is still expected to continue here. 5-wave move to the upside that we are seeing here. We're simply waiting to see. Can this three pullback play out? If it plays out somewhere around this area here, look for a bullish move to the upside on your link here. Let me show you again. I think it was Solana that I want, or dot, looking very good as well here for a move to the upside. So you watch out for this one here. Very good looking. After it made a move to the upside here, we are simply looking for this through a pullback. You'll see that this is across the cryptocurrencies here. We're simply waiting to see those pullbacks here. The last one will be your Solana here. Solana again here. I had a very nice video when we were somewhere around this area here that I was looking for a big move to the upside here. Now we've already gotten that move. I think we were somewhere around this area here. We've got a move to the upside. Now it's simple time for a pullback. So watch out for this area here. Somewhere back. We at that time we were. I remember when I was looking at Solana here. We were even somewhere around this area here. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. This is what I was looking at Solana back at around this area here. I was simply looking at this. Then we move into the blue box around $12. I said Solana was gonna make this big move to the upside. Yeah. Now look at Solana. It has went as far as high as somewhere about $125 a year. Now we are simply looking at this pullback here again, somewhere around the $65 here. Watch out for this one. If it dropped lower there, look for a big buy to the upper side. So that, guys, from my side, that's all what I wanted to share with you. Please trade safe and responsible, and I'm gonna see you guys next time. Please do make sure that you hit that bell notification, or give us that thumbs up if you like our content. The bell notification, it needs to be switched on definitely, because if you really want to get that free content that we post there, that will help you to give you a notification there. All right, guys, from our side, that's all I wanted to share with you. Please trade safe and responsible, and we're gonna see you guys in the middle of the week. Bye bye.